Hello, how's everyone doing? I'm Specialist for Zamaya. I'm otherwise known as UV Zoomy. This is my first YouTube video, and I just basically wanted to cover the gist of the Space Force Coding Bootcamp, which I will be attending February 28th of 2022. So yes, the Space Force has a coding bootcamp. They call it Super Coders. I mess up sometimes when I say it. And this is the main landing page that I'm currently for the Super Coders course. Basically what it is it's 3 months of coding bootcamp, and in those 3 months you learn JavaScript, HTML, CSS for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 3 months straight. And then after those 3 months of that coding bootcamp, you do a 3-month follow-on internship with a private company. And then after that 3-month internship, you have the opportunity to work with a private company that works with the military. I have a buddy that's currently doing it. He says it's a lot of fun. It sounds fun. I hope that I could work full-time with a private company after I'm done with the coding bootcamp. That'd be amazing. Dream come true. So on this page, as you can see, there's application. And on the application, you're just going to fill out basic information about yourself. And then if on the commander approval page, basically it's going to give you information on how to go about getting your commander's approval for the coding bootcamp. You got to remember that it's 6 months long, so you definitely need a commander's approval. So I got the memorandum right here that's required. It goes into the directions of how to fill out the memorandum and all that good stuff. Basically, your commander's going to write up something similar to the sample letter, and then inside the sample letter is going to insert your name and then the class start date for the coding bootcamp. And then if we scroll down, you can see the pre-work. On the pre-work, these are basically things to get you ready for the coding bootcamp. This is all JavaScript, so you'll learn in your pre-work, you'll learn data types, operators, objects, conditionals, loops, functions, and the supplemental practice is basically the style guide for your coding of JavaScript. I'm not using these modules to study. I'm actually using a different tool, and I'll show you that here in a minute. And basically you're studying this pre-work to hopefully pass the pre-assessments. The pre-assessments are required for you to go to the coding bootcamp. It's like a little test, like if you're ready or not to go on a 6-month journey of just straight coding, and that's all you'll be doing. You'll leave, basically you'll be separated from your main job, and you'll just for 6 months straight just be working on coding and basically building the future with that. So the tool that I'm using to study for the pre-assessments is this website called JetBrains Academy, otherwise known as Hyperskill. Basically what JetBrains Academy is, it's just an educational platform that teaches people for free different programming languages, as well as they started diving into learning machine learning in Python and introduction to linear algebra. And one of the things that I'm also focusing on is the first glance at Android or Android development. So cool things like that. But for this course, obviously I'm studying front-end developer, and what JavaScript is the front-end development programming language. So that's the track that I'm currently learning. If I click into it, I'm going to continue track with the current project I'm working on. And basically what JetBrains does is it separates, it's within the tracks, it has different projects that you work on. I'll go back here and I'll show you. They categorize the projects from easy, medium, hard, challenging. And I'll click here, explore all projects. Now obviously the smartest way to go about it, in my opinion, is start off with easy, then go medium, hard, and then challenging. So right now I just completed one of the easy ones, so I'm starting with the medium project. It's called flashcards. When I click into flashcards, there's a little video that shows you what the end result of this website should look like. And as you can see, it's very basic, very simple. But for a beginner, this is challenging, I'm not gonna lie. So even though this looks very like a simple website, it is challenging for a beginner. Basically what it is, flashcard, name of a country, you click on it, on the back of it shows the capital of that country. And yeah, so that's the current project I'm working on. Here's part 1 of the project that I'm currently working on. As you can see, it gives a brief description of the project. It gives you the objectives. For me, I just jump right to the objectives because I just want to know what tools I'm going to use to build the part of the project. It says make an appropriate title using an H1 element, which H1 element is just another word for header. You know, when you write a Word document, you have your title, then your header. Sometimes you have your header level 1 or 2, level 3, so on and so forth. These tags, basically, there's an opening tag and then there's an ending tag, and within these 2 tags or these paired tags, you write down your information. So what you're going to write in the first one is your H1 tag. You're going to say what is the capital of ... And then you're going to create separate, I believe they're called divider tags, but these div tags, you're going to create one for each of the countries. So you're going to have a total of 9. And as you can see here, scrolling down, I've already completed the project. Usually JetBrains Academy has a built-in IDE or integrated development environment. However, for this certain project, they want you to use their separate IDE, which is called WebStorm. Supposedly it's real popular for web development. And this is what my end result of my code looked like when I was writing it in WebStorm. This is WebStorm right here. As you can see, I got my header. I got the body of all my text and everything, all the tags. H1, as you can see right here, I said what is the capital of, like that previous picture I showed you. And I did a opening and closing tag of B, which stands for bold, because remember the text has to be bolden. Then I had 9 separate divider tags, and within each divider tag I had a paragraph tag, basically where I can put in text. So I have Mexico, Papua New Guinea, Iceland, South Korea, Sweden, so on and so forth. And then once I got that correct, well, it doesn't say it on there. Once I got that correct, it sends me back to this page. It says, hey, correct. Seems like you got the theory down. Way to go. And then from there, I can continue. So the cool thing about this educational platform is a lot of these things you don't have to do on your own. There's a lot of other students. As you can see right here, it says 2,430 users solved this problem. The latest completion was about an hour ago. That was probably my completion. And basically you can work with other students. Like right here, here's a hint. This individual is saying, hey, use a child paragraph tag for each divider tag. And if that hint was helpful for me in completing it, I can say yes. Or if it wasn't, and if I wanted a different hint, I can say no. I can say see the next hint. And then it goes on and say here's the next one. This individual is saying, hey, use this when you're working on your project. So hints, they don't give full details. Obviously that'd be cheating, but they kind of push you in the right direction. And not necessarily hints, but users go down in the comment section and just basically say, you know, what their errors were, what they can't figure out. Because when you do these projects, they do different test cases, and there can be up to 20 of them. So there's not one test case. They do multiple test cases just to make sure that you've got every in and out, that your code covers every in and out of like user input, user output, all that good stuff. And as you can see, if I wanted to, I could like someone's comment. I could like it, leave a little flame, or I can give them a gem. And gems over time, that you can use it on the website for extra things. So right now I'm going to give this individual a gem. Cool. Yep, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. So I wanted to show you guys a project that I worked on that is actually more challenging than that flashcards one. This one is like a random password generator. And if I go here, this is one learning. So the cool thing about this platform, right? I'll show you right now. So when you're about to do a part of the project, right? Before you can do that part, you have to learn all these topics. And as you can see, that's a lot of topics to learn. And within each topic that you learn, there's problems. So this one topic right here has 19 questions or 19 coding problems, which over time, as you do so many coding problems, it really gets into your memory of how to go about coding with a certain language and all that. So this is generating passwords. This is the one I recently completed. As you can see, they categorize it as a hard problem. And the reason how they were able to do that is out of 100, obviously 18% people that completed this project got it right the first time go around, but 82% got it wrong the first time go around. So they say they consider it hard because of that. They say on average it takes 20 minutes from all the users that completed this project. However, it took me 3 whole days, so I don't know if that's really accurate. Basically, the problem set says, hey, given a certain amount of uppercase, lowercase letters, digits, and symbols, I want you to create a random password, but you gotta be within the limits of how many lowercase or uppercase letters you have, digits you have, or symbols. Here's a formula. Uppercase letters plus lowercase letters plus digits is less than or equal to the amount of symbols. So here's a sample input and output. It says, hey, the random generated password that you're going to create, it can only have 3 uppercase letters, or it has to have a minimum 3 uppercase letters, 4 lowercase letters, and 1 digit, with totaling 8 characters total. And the person that worked on this random password was password with uppercase and lowercase letters, and that 1 0 as O for the password. So down here it said, hey, I completed it. I completed this a couple days ago. Obviously I need improvement in my code quality. I got a 1 out of 4 stars, or 1 out of 4 rockets. It says I got hit with my code style, code complexity, best practice, and the biggest one was info. So if I go to code editor, now this one has the built-in code editor, which is cool. This is what all my code looked like as I completed the project. Basically, I did a while loop, and in this while loop I said, hey, choice could be in between 1 and 3, whichever one it is. It selects uppercase, lowercase, or a digit, and based off that selection, it takes off the amount of required uppercase, lowercase letters, or digits. So it does that part, and then I have a checker down here which goes through the ASCII table. And if you don't know what that is, you'll learn it as you go through your programming journey. It's pretty simple. There's 126 characters total covered in the ASCII table, or there's a little bit more. And basically down here in my for loop, I'm basically saying if there's any characters that repeat themselves, please delete those and add new characters, because one of the requirements is characters can't repeat themselves. So you can't have capital A, capital A. It has to be like capital A, capital B, or capital A, capital C. So this for loop down here double checks that and fixes it if there is repeating patterns. So that's that part. So yeah, I'm just learning JavaScript on this JetBrains Academy website. It's so amazing. I'm hoping, so today is January 5th. Class start date is February 28th. I'm hoping that I can be done with some of the hard projects down here. And I'm hoping I can be done with all the hard projects, all the challenging projects in this last easy one. So the front-end development track on this website is currently in beta. So they don't have a lot of projects on here. That some people will be like, oh wait, that looks like a lot. It's not. If we go to the Kotlin projects, like on, let's see, I'm trying to find it. So on the Kotlin track that I'm currently learning, I'm delving into Android development. That's what Kotlin's used for, is Android app development. So for example, on this one is out of beta. So if you look at all their projects they have, I mean, look, they got 5 easy projects, 4 medium projects. Shoot, they got 8 hard projects and 3 challenging projects. And this is only the basics track. After the basics, there's a development track, or it's like intermediate to advanced Kotlin track. Now, if you look at that guy, they guys have way more. 5 easy ones, 7 medium ones, 8 hard ones. Well, not too much, but it has a little bit more. So yeah, I highly recommend using JetBrains Academy to study for the coding bootcamp if you're interested in it. They do like a new one every month. You can go to supracoders.us to check the class start dates. Big thing is you got to get a commander's approval. Remember, it's a 6-month investment that you're taking. You're basically going to be away from your main job. I'm a signal intel analyst, so I'm going to be away from doing signal intel for 6 months and focusing on coding. Sorry. And yeah, hopefully after the 6 months I can go into a coding billet, which would be awesome. And yeah, so before I close this video, I wanted to show y'all the curriculum for the class. As you see here, there's software. It says software development immersive. That's what the course is called. Standards and objectives. I mean, look at all the curriculum for 3 months straight. That's a lot. And you're going to be doing, again, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 3 months straight. You're gonna be a advanced programmer in JavaScript after you're done with it. The ones I'm looking forward to the most is pair programming and GitHub. Pair programming I know is popular with private companies, and GitHub is used a lot once you have a company up and going. I'm currently learning JavaScript fundamentals through JetBrains Academy, so hopefully that helps out. And yeah. So yeah. Again, I'm UV Zumi, specialist for Zamaya. This is my first YouTube video. If you could please leave a like. I'm going to be taking you guys on this programming journey with me. And I hope to release a video next week, part 2. So